Hello, Teacher Rosario Vel here. Now let's look at proportion. If you look at the example in the textbook on page 222, you can see here 4 pears, 6 ringgit, 5 apples, 7 ringgit, 6 oranges, 5 ringgit and 40 cents. These two children, Limin and Reza, they bought apples. Limin bought 10 apples for 14 ringgit, while Reza bought 6 apples and he paid 8 ringgit and 40 cents. Now, the question is the price of an apple bought by them equal? Even though Limin and Reza bought different quantity of apples. This is the quantity of apples they have. And of course, they pay different prices for different quantity of apples. But do they pay the same price for one apple? An apple. How do we find the price of one apple? We use division. So here, Limin, 14 ringgit divide by 10. And the price for one apple that Limin bought is 1 ringgit and 40 cents. And here Reza, he paid 8 ringgit and 40 cents for 6 apples. So divide by 6. So Reza paid for one apple is 1 ringgit and 40 cents. The price of an apple bought by them is equal. The price of the apple is in proportion. So it means even though they bought different quantity of apples at different price, but when we calculate the price of one, okay, so remember, when we calculate the price of one, okay, it doesn't matter the price of one. If it is equal, we say it is in proportion. Okay, so let's go to question B. What is the price of 9 oranges? So now we want to look at the oranges here. 6 oranges is 5 ringgit and 40 cents. So it means if you take 6 oranges, you pay for this price. But question B asks for 9. So we cannot pay 5 ringgit and 40 cents because here the information is 6, but the question asks for 9. So what do? We calculate the price of one orange first. We need to calculate the price of one. That is the first thing we need to do. So to calculate the price of one, we use division. So 5 ringgit and 50 cents here divide by 6. So one orange is 90 cents. Then only we can find the price of 9 oranges by using multiplication. So 90 cents here times 9 oranges, that is 8 ringgit and 10 cents. So the price of 9 oranges is 8 ringgit and 10 cents. Now, let's try here. Daniel has 10 ringgit. He wanted to buy 7 pairs. Does he have enough money? If you look at the information here, 4 pairs is sold at 6 ringgit. So how do we know whether Daniel has enough money or not? Let's find out the price of 1 pair. Okay, so again, let's find the price of 1 pair. How do we find the price of 1 pair? We use division. So 6 ringgit divide by 4. So here we use 4 times 1, 4. The remainder is 2. We continue. So we put 0 behind here. So it is 20 now. 4 times 5 is 20. So here we can see the price of 1 pair is 1 ringgit and 50 cents. But Daniel wants to buy 7. So what do? We take 1 ringgit and 50 cents times 7. 7 times 0 is 0. So 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 3, that is 10. So the price of 7 pairs is 10 ringgit and 50 cents. Daniel has 10 ringgit. Does he have enough money to buy? No. The answer is no.